Go for it.
Madam Secretary, what is the first item of business?
Donate produce from the chapter greenhouse to the local food bank.
You've heard the item of business. What is the pleasure of the floor?
Mr. President,
Caitlin,
I move we donate produce from the chapter greenhouse to the local food bank.
do I hear a second?
Second.
The motion has been properly moved by Caitlin and seconded by Zach that we donate produce from our chapter greenhouse to the local food bank. This motion is debatable, is amendable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Kristen,
I think this is a good idea because it'll help our community out.
Mr. President,
Carol,
I think this is a bad idea because we don't have a greenhouse.
Mr. President.
Norman,
I agree with the previous speaker. We do not have a greenhouse.
Mr. President,
Zach,
I also think this is a bad idea. Therefore, I move to amend the main motion by striking out the words "deliver produce to food bank" and substituting the words "build birdhouses for the Conservation Youth Board."
Second.
sorry, so you're out of order. That amendment does not pertain to the motion that was given by the secretary. Would you like to restate?
What are you talking about? What's your motion? Bill,
donate,
what's your motion?
donate produce from the chapter greenhouse to the local food bank.
Instead of from greenhouse, they make buy something so they can donate it.
Strike it out.
Check out greenhouse.
Yeah, from chapter greenhouse. Somebody moved to amend. Seeing that we don't have a greenhouse, I move that we strike out from chapter greenhouse.
Alright, that's a review.
Wait, so why was mine wrong?
Because you completely
You
changed
completely
it.
changed the motion.
Was that right? What I did?
What was the same basic concept?
Was that right? What I did? So, would you like to restate?
No.
No?
Really? Yes. Yes. I move that we strike out.
I move to amend
I move to amend
the motion by
the motion by striking out the word
the words
from chapter
greenhouse
greenhouse.
and stop.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The motion has been properly moved by Zach and seconded by Carol that we amend the main motion by striking out the words from chapter greenhouse so that the main motion now reads, we donate food to the local food bank. This motion is debatable, is amendable one time only, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Caitlin,
I think this is a great idea because we would be able to help out our community.
is there any further discussion?
Question.
Question has been called for. We shall now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please rise. Please say aye. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Amendment passes. Is there any further discussion on the main motion, which now reads that we donate produce to the local food bank?
Mr. President,
Carol,
I move we spend $100.
I'm sorry, ma'am, you're out of order. We are on discussion. Would you like to restate?
No.
Seeing no further discussion, we shall now proceed to vote on the main motion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Oh.
Motion passes. Are there any further details that need to be worked out at this time?
Mr. President,
Caitlin,
I move we spend $100 on produce.
is there a second?
Second.
The motion has been properly moved by Caitlin and seconded by Landon that we spend $100 on produce. This motion is amendable, debatable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President.
Eric,
I think it's a great idea, but I'm not sure we have enough funds for this, and I'd like to call for a treasurer's report.
Mr. Treasurer,
We
will
have
you please read the statement of the balance?
$500.40.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Participating Judge,
I noticed that we have a procedural rule which states that any purchase over $50 must be coming before the full chapter. But I think this is a good idea and we need to go ahead and act on it. Therefore, I move to suspend the rules that any purchase above $50 come before the entire chapter.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion to suspend the rules has been properly moved by Mr. Participating Judge and seconded by Zach, that we suspend the rules. This motion is debatable, amendable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Caitlin?
I think this is a great idea.
Question.
The question has been called for. We should now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion fails. No.
There's a motion on the floor. Can you read that? Can you suspend the rules? Is that one of those things that overrides the motion that's already on the floor?
Yeah.
Or are you out of order, is my question? I mean, I'm not gonna learn if you don't tell me.
I'll tell y'all.
Other,
Just no.
where are we going?
You don't have to be slow all the time. It's fair.
Was that an order on that one?
What?
Was that an
No.
order?
Nope, it's incidental. We are agreed.
Was that an order on that?
No, you were
one?
not in order because there's another motion on the floor.
That's a motion that I made.
Is it,
Yeah.
I just,
Incidental.
Is that an order?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not, that's that question to you, man.
Correct. I wouldn't, because I want y'all to figure it out. Y'all
I'm not
aren't
gonna
gonna learn
figure it out,
unless
I
y'all
don't know.
think.
But I know it, I'm not gonna know it.
Think about it. Can you move an amendment to the main motion on the floor?
So that was-
Yes. So it's in order. Incidental's the same thing as point of order.
Suspends no 2/3.
Right.
It's something that happens.
It's an incident. That motion is a perfect example of where to get suspend the rules. You can only suspend a procedural rule.
Subsidiary doesn't.
Correct. Subsidiary changes the motion in some way.
Yeah.
But you're correct. Suspend the rules. You said it's debatable and amendable. It's non-debatable, non-amendable, and requires a 2/3 majority.
So besides that, that was right.
I'm in order, you just had a 2/3 majority vote, you should pass it. If I'm in order, you should pass that. If not, you're breaking, how can you go move to spend $100 and violate that rule? You can't. Think about how I worded it. You need to pass that motion. Judge is not always gonna be out of order every single time.
Buddy.
Start over on another motion.
Hey, your brother's in the room.
Everybody, did you just come from the gym? Did you come from
I'll
the
be
gym?
around.
I know, but did you come through the gym? You go there if you want, I don't care. Go see if anybody's in there. And
Girls are fine.
when we at 4:45?
I hear 'em.
Oh.
Don't pause my camera. Stop that.